At the room information screen, under the door and drawer information category, you may assign the default pull setup for drawer fronts, the doors on your base cabinets, and the doors on your wall cabinets. These pull setups will be automatically assigned to the cabinets you enter into this room. However, you can override these pull assignments for each section of each cabinet at the cabinet editor. Accessing the doors and door pulls category will allow you to select a different pull setup than that assigned to the room for the doors in any given cabinet section. And accessing the drawers and drawer pulls category will allow you to select a different pull setup than that assigned to the room for the drawers in any given cabinet section. Now let's transfer to the door and drawer pull-up setup screen itself. All information about a given pull is located on this pull setup screen. You may create as many pull setups as you wish to define whichever pulls you use. Pressing the New button will allow you to create a new setup for another pull. Each pull setup defines how each door pull will be oriented and where it will be placed, where the holes should be drilled during CNC processing, what specific hardware should be used from inventory, and the cost of a specific pull for bidding purposes. Use the buttons below the table to add, edit, or delete the data in the table you enter for a given pull setup. Also, make sure you enter your data from the smallest to the largest range. If you choose to orient your door pulls vertically, then the actual pull assigned to a given door will be based upon the height of the door. If the height of a given door falls within any of these ranges, then it will be that line of data that will be used for that particular door pull. If you choose to orient your doors horizontally, then the actual pull assigned to a given door will be based upon the width of the door. If the width of a given door falls within any of these ranges, then it will be that line of data that will be used for that particular door pull. Regardless of whether these headings read height or width, all drawer pulls will be based upon a drawer front's width, since all drawer pulls are automatically placed horizontally. It is for this reason that drawer pulls are usually given their own setup apart from doors at the job and room information setup screen. To take an example, we are telling Cabinet Pro that we are using a pull named Sample Base. If this pull is being assigned to a drawer, then it will automatically be oriented horizontally on the drawer front. However, if it is being assigned to a door, then the option of being oriented vertically or horizontally is available. And regardless of where the vertical location of the pull is defined here, if you have this box checked, then drawer pulls will always be centered from top to bottom. Cabinet Pro allows 1, 2, or 3 holes to be drilled for a given pull. These hole locations are used at the CNC level for all doors and drawer fronts that are assigned a pull in a job without the user having to do anything but design the cabinet. You may position the door pull horizontally at the non-hinged edge of your door or in the very center of your door, and vertically either at the top, middle, or bottom of a door. The horizontal location offset refers to how far horizontally from whichever reference point is chosen that the pull should be located, while the vertical location offset refers to how far vertically from its vertical reference point that the pull should be placed. If making horizontal pulls, then these first, second, and third hole locations refer to horizontal distances from the horizontal location offset from either the non-hinged edge of the door drawer or the horizontal center of the door drawer. And the vertical positioning of holes will be based upon the vertical location offset from either the top, middle, or bottom of the door or drawer. If making vertical pulls, then these first, second, and third hole locations refer to the vertical distances from the vertical location offset from either the top, middle, or bottom of a door. And the horizontal point of each vertical pull hole will be calculated from the horizontal location offset from either the non-hinged edge or the horizontal center of the door. In either case, the actual tool that will be used to drill your pull holes is defined by whichever universal you have designated here. Remember, universals are defined at the cutting drilling definition screen. If you do not use the CNC portion of Cabinet Pro, or you do not wish to use the CNC for drilling your pull holes, then whatever numbers you place here in these holes 1 through 3 will be ignored. In addition to CNC machining and graphical placement of pulls, this table will also assign pricing to whatever pulls are appropriate without any markup for the bidding process. The markup for these pulls will be handled at the bidding setup screen under the options governing hardware markup. Whichever pull hardware you designate will be added to your inventory library if it is not already existing there, and will be pulled from inventory and priced accordingly when used in a job. If you use pulls whose lengths are the same, for example in this case 4 inches, then make sure the dynamic pulls box is unchecked. If you use pulls whose graphics representations will be from end to end of a given door or drawer front, then place a check in the dynamic pulls box. If using dynamic pulls, then the graphics representation will extend that pull all the way from top to bottom minus the distance from each edge if vertical pulls are being used. Or we'll extend that pull all the way from left to right minus the distance from each edge if horizontal pulls are used. This pull setup screen will automatically assign your pulls to your doors and drawers, so it is not necessary to use the smart hardware rules to assign pulls. In fact, you are not to use the smart hardware rules screen for either pulls or drawer guides, since drawer guides are handled in a similar manner as are pulls. If you have the inventory control module, then the number of specific pulls will be automatically deducted from your inventory, as well as any sub-hardware assigned to the pull, such as screws.